Alright, welcome everybody to Jay's Retro Toys and Games, the place where nostalgia meets pixels, and every episode dives deep into the golden age of gaming. Today's journey takes us back to the mid-1980s, a time of neon lights, arcade cabinets, and fierce console wars. Our focus? The Sega Master System, Sega's bold answer to Nintendo's dominance. Before Sonic sped onto the scene, and before the Genesis changed the game, Sega had another hero. A sleek, futuristic console that dared to challenge the mighty NES. Let's rewind the tape and explore how the Sega Master System came to be, what made it special, and why it still holds a place in gaming history on today's 81st episode of Jay's Retro Toys and Games. Episode 81 starts right now, and welcome to this edition of Jay's Retro Toys and Games for November 18, 2025, the Sega Master System. And our story begins in 1983, a turbulent time for video games. The industry was recovering from a massive crash, and companies were scrambling to rebuild trust with players. Sega, known for its arcade hits like Hang On and Outrun, wanted to bring that same excitement into living rooms. So in 1985, Sega released the Sega Mark III in Japan, a sleek, powerful console that would later become the Sega Master System in the West. It was designed to outperform the Nintendo Entertainment System, boasting better graphics, a richer color palette, and a futuristic design that screamed next generation. The Mark III was a technical marvel for its time, featuring an 8-bit Zilog Z80 processor and support for both cartridges and Sega's unique Sega Cards. These thin credit card-sized games were cheaper to produce and gave players a taste of arcade fun at home. Then in 1986, Sega rebranded the Mark III for North America and Europe as the Sega Master System. The console game with a futuristic black and red design, a light gun called the Light Phaser, and a controller that felt solid and responsive. Sega's marketing promised the arcade experience at home, and in many ways it delivered. Games like Alex Kidd in Miracle World, Phantasy Star, and Shinobi showcased the system's capabilities. But despite its technical edge, the Master System faced an uphill battle. Nintendo had already locked down most third-party developers with exclusive contracts, leaving Sega to rely heavily on its own in-house titles. This meant fewer games overall, even though many of them were high quality. Still, Sega's determination paid off in certain regions, and while the console struggled in North America, it found massive success in Europe, Brazil, and parts of Australia. In fact, in Brazil, the Master System never really died. It's still being produced and sold there today. Every great console needs great games, and the Master System had some true gems. Alex Kidd in Miracle World became Sega's unofficial mascot before Sonic arrived. It was colorful, challenging, and full of personality. Then came Phantasy Star, one of the most ambitious RPGs of its era. It featured 3D dungeons, a deep story, and a female protagonist, something rare for the time. Wonder Boy 3, The Dragon's Trap, pushed the system's limits even further, blending action, exploration, and transformation mechanics that inspired future Metrovania titles, or Metrovania titles, as what they like to call it. And who could forget the Light Phaser? Sega's answer to the NES Zapper. It worked with games like Safari Hunt and Gangster Town, offering a surprisingly accurate shooting experience for the 80s. The Master System wasn't just about gameplay. It had a distinct look and sound. Its graphics were crisp, colorful, and clean, thanks to a superior video chip. But the real magic came from its optional FM sound unit available in Japan. This add-on gave games richer, more dynamic music, turning simple chiptunes into full, layered compositions. Unfortunately, the FM sound unit never made it to Western markets, making it a sought-after collector's item today. And while the Master System struggled in Japan and North America, it became a phenomenon in Europe and Brazil. In the UK, France, and Spain, Sega's marketing and partnerships with local distributors helped the console thrive. In Brazil, Sega partnered with Tectoy, a company that localized games, created new ones, and even redesigned the console multiple times. They released exclusive titles like Street Fighter II and Monica's Gang, keeping the Master System alive well into the 2000s. The 8-bit console war was fierce. Nintendo had the market share, but Sega had the tech. The Master System's graphics and sound were superior, yet Nintendo's massive game library and brand loyalty made it tough to compete. Still, Sega's persistence paid off in the long run, and the lessons learned from the Master System's struggles directly influenced the success of the Sega Genesis, which would later take the fight to Nintendo's doorstep. The Master System was built with versatility in mind. It supported both cartridges and Sega Cards, had a built-in game in later models, and even featured a 3D glasses accessory that worked with select titles. The Sega Scope 3D glasses used active shutter technology, creating a surprisingly immersive experience for the time. It was a glimpse into the future of gaming, and decades before VR became mainstream. Over the years, Sega released several revisions of the Master System. Some models came with built-in games like Hang On, Safari Hunt, or Alex Kidd in Miracle World. Later versions even included Sonic the Hedgehog. These built-in games gave players instant fun right out of the box. No cartridge needed. It was a clever move that made the console more appealing to families and casual gamers. Today, the Master System has a passionate collector community. Its distinctive grid pattern box art and regional variations make it a favorite among enthusiasts. Some rare titles like Golden Axe Warrior or Power Strike 2 can fetch high prices. Collectors appreciate not just the games, but the design philosophy. Clean, consistent, and unmistakably Sega. It's a piece of gaming history that continues to inspire nostalgia and admiration. By the late 1980s, Sega was already preparing its next move, the 16-bit Mega Drive known as the Genesis in North America. But the Master System laid the foundation for everything that came later. Its hardware design influenced the Game Gear handheld, and its library of games continued to inspire developers for decades. Even today, fans and collectors celebrate the Master System for its clean visuals, catchy soundtracks, and unique charm. It may not have won the console war, but it earned something even more lasting: respect. The Sega Master System proved that innovation and creativity could thrive even in the shadow of giants. Thanks to emulation and mini consoles, the Master System is enjoying a second life. Platforms like the Sega Master System Mini and online emulators allow new generations to experience these classics. From fan-made ROM hacks to official re-releases, the Master System spirit lives on. Simplicity and charm remind players of a time when imagination filled the gaps that technology couldn't. The Sega Master System may not have conquered the world, but it captured the hearts of millions, and its influence still echoes through gaming history. It was bold, innovative, and ahead of its time. From its humble beginnings as the Mark III to its enduring legacy in Brazil, the Master System remains a symbol of Sega's creativity and determination. Well, that wraps up today's episode of Jay's Retro Toys and Games. Join me next time for another deep dive into the world of classic consoles, toys, and memories that shaped generations, and we'll pick up with episode 82 with the Sega Genesis on Thursday's edition on November 20th, 2025. Season 4 is still upon us. We hope you will join us for that great show. We'll see you then. Have a great night. Bye for now.